morning, or depending on when you're watching this, good afternoon, good evening, or good night. My name's Ross, and as always told, out of Voice of Radio. So today we need to have a chat, and I don't really want to, but we need to have a chat about Prismatic Evolutions, because I am hearing a lot of delays here, and this is also going to have a big knock-on effect potentially for EUIC. It's something we need to talk about. Now, a couple of things I need to say before we get rolling here. Firstly, I don't like making these videos. I don't like making videos about bad news and product delays and all of that. That's not fun for me. I want to make videos telling you how great Mama Swiney X is going to be. I'm getting excited about new products and stuff. This isn't fun for me, but you guys need to know about this stuff. This is important news in Pokemon, so I need to share it. Secondly, this is not what I was talking about the other day. The other day I was talking about cancellations, for instance, and that was because people were getting their allocations in, and essentially stores had overpromised on pre-orders without knowing their allocation, found out their allocation was lower than they expected it to be, lower than they predicted, and then cancelled orders or delayed them. That is not what we're talking about today. The other day we were saying allocations are out, stores have had to delay or cancel orders because they've overpromised based on their predictions. This is actually about product delays. It seems like a lot of Prismatic Evolution products are actually getting delayed, and this is a pretty wide issue. It seems like a bunch of Prismatic Evolutions products are just not going to be ready for the release date. Now, to give you a quick reminder, the actual proper day one release date for Prismatic Evolutions is the 17th of January. Now, this isn't every product, but the first wave of products are due on the 17th of January. And this includes Elite Trainer Boxes, Binder Collections, Poster Collections, and Tech Sticker Collections. That is the first wave of products that we are expecting. Now, what I'm essentially hearing at the moment is that Elite Trainer Boxes do seem to be on time. This is not a guarantee. This is another one of those where I'm running around trying to find out everything I can, talking to lots of different people, trying to gather the best information that I can. However, it's just not that simple and not that easy. Because there isn't just one big email going around to everybody in every country. It's lots of things all being pulled together. I'm doing the best I can. And I am hearing from stores that Elite Trainer Boxes are generally coming in. That Elite Trainer Boxes seem to be about right. Now, again, there is going to be allocation. Stores aren't going to get the exact number they ordered, etc., etc. But from what I'm hearing, from people I'm talking to, Elite Trainer Boxes seem like they're coming in on time. That is not the case with all of them. Tech Sticker Collections, for instance, I am hearing that these are coming in, but in very low numbers. Low numbers to the point where some stores are not even bothering to sell online because they literally just are not being provided with the stock. They're just selling in person in their store rather than online. That is what I'm hearing from some people about this. The Tech Sticker Collections, remember, give you one exclusive alternate art promo, and tech stickers, which just mean larger, hardier stickers to put on things like iPads and laptops and things of that nature. They are actually, annoyingly, and I did this in a video a little while back, this is the best way to get booster packs on release. Like, if you want to get booster packs on release, you're looking at 3 for $15, which is a tech sticker collection, or actually the poster collection as well does work. We'll get to that in a minute. In fact, let's get to this now. Because unfortunately, Smith's Toys, one of the big retailers in the UK, they've gone and changed the date on the poster collections. If I go and have a look on the website for Smith's Toys right now, I don't see a release date of the 17th of January, which is the actual release date. I see expected in stock 1st of February to the 7th of February. That, ladies and gentlemen, is not the same thing. Seems like they've been delayed. Now, when I say they've been delayed, I can't tell you everything. I can only tell you what I'm hearing. So, for instance, over on Twitter, I saw a tweet from That Nerdmart, at That Nerdmart, and they shared this image, which is being sent around to some people who have ordered from Smiths, which is basically saying your pre-order will now be available 1st of February to the 7th of February. We wanted to let you know about the delay as soon as we could in case the item was pre-ordered with an important day in mind. We'll send you an update by email when your order is sent for delivery or ready for collection. You can cancel the pre-order or update your payment details in your Smiths Toys account. Okay, so it seems like the poster collections are being delayed. Is this everywhere? Don't know. Might be. It might be that Smiths have a very large order, so they're being delayed, but other places with smaller orders are getting them. It might be that this is a UK thing, not a US thing. But I'm telling you that Smiths is one of the big retailers in the UK. Them not having stock is frankly a pretty big deal. And I know it's a couple weeks later, they're actually due for release on the 7th of February, but the mini tins in the Netherlands, shout out to the lovely Primal Luga for alerting me to this, the mini tins in the Netherlands are being delayed. The expected delivery will be the end of February. But they also say this: due to the current transportation product situation, Pokémon has announced soft releases for all items except the boosters. This means that there is no guarantee of on-time delivery before the release date. If we receive it in time, we will send it out. And the reason this is important is because the Netherlands is quite a big market for Pokémon in Europe. It is one of the bigger markets for Pokémon in Europe. So if the Netherlands are having issues getting the products on time, that is not a good sign overall. Like I say, I've heard nothing about Elite Trainer boxes. From what I understand, and yes, they're going to be allocated, but from what I understand, they seem to be on time, although again, the email I just shared with you from the Netherlands suggests even they might be delayed. But I'm hearing that tech sticker collections are very low stock. I'm hearing that the poster collections have been delayed, at least in the UK, possibly everywhere. I'm hearing the mini tins have been delayed by like 3 weeks over in the Netherlands. And this is probably going, and stories like this are probably going to keep popping up. And I need to remind you all, because I do think this is very important. We've been here before, and Pokemon fixes this. I remember when Shining Fates first came out, and trying to get anything for Shining Fates on release was a nightmare. It's weird to think that was a few years ago now, because that feels like yesterday. Shining Fates on release was a nightmare. I went into a local shop and bought one of their 2 Elite Trainer boxes. We had to wait weeks in a lot of places for anywhere to have the Dragapult V Max Shining box available, but that came into stock. It got restocked. Even 151, yes, I know nowadays 151 is quite difficult to find, but 151 was readily available for a while. I bought all the 151 I wanted. And let's not forget, mini tins were being reprinted a lot before Christmas. They were making their way around. We've got the Blooming Waters collection, which is coming out with a whole bunch of packs in. And we know that there's a lot more products coming for Prismatic Evolutions down the line. We know there are products slated until September for that set. So when I'm telling you about these delays, I'm reporting the news as I'm hearing it. I'm telling you that I'm hearing about these product delays because I'm hearing about these product delays. But make no mistake about it, we've been seeing this with sets over the last few years, and Pokemon have fixed it. They have made these products more available. They have reprinted these sets. They have got them out there. And I think that's very, very important to remind ourselves. No, I don't think it's going to be super easy to find everything on release. And yes, I do think that's suboptimal. But do I think we're going to have any actual issues in the long run? No, I don't. I think these products are going to be available. Now, there is one more thing we need to talk about, and that is the European International Championships. Because that is happening at the end of February, and Prismatic Evolutions is going to be legal. There is a chance that this could be a bit of an issue, but I do think it's a little bit overblown. For instance, the cards which we're actually expecting to see significant play are Badoo and Regigigas. I'm sorry, I don't at the moment have an English scan of Badoo, so I'm having to show you the Japanese. But these aren't rare cards. They're not, like, Regigigas is an uncommon, and Badoo's a common. Like, these are going to be cards that are out there. I don't think anyone's going to struggle to get hold of these cards. Now, there is a possibility that people make a good deck featured around the Evolutions. I'm showing you, by the way, the stamped prints from the surprise box, just 'cause it's a nice way to show them all off. But remember, the fact that they're stamped means they are from the surprise box. And maybe they are out there, but even then, they're regular EXs. There should be enough of them out there. If you want to be playing these cards for EUIC, you should be able to find the singles you're looking for. There aren't any, like I said, there's a few EXs that should see a little bit of play. And that's about it. And the really good cards in the set are common and uncommon. So I don't think it's going to have a huge impact like that. But I do think it's one of those things that we need to just acknowledge that if there is a bit of an issue getting hold of stock, that could have a knock-on effect to EUIC. Although, again, I do expect that players who are playing at EUIC, they've got, like, over a month. I think they're going to be able to get the few single cards they need. It's not a set with a huge amount of brand new cards in, so it should be easy enough to get them. But I'm afraid the news I'm hearing is that there are a bunch of delayed products for Prismatic Evolutions, and in the short term, no, obviously it's not ideal. As I keep saying though, in the long term, I really think Pokemon have earned the benefit of the doubt with this. We have seen hard to get hold of sets being released over the past few years, and even though it sometimes takes a few weeks, couple of months, whatever, these sets do tend to come back into stock, and that means that in the long run, I do think it's going to be okay. This is always going to be a super popular set. It's got things like the Umbreon in, for goodness sake. But I do think Pokemon are aware of this, and they are printing as much as they can. I don't know, I can't say for certain, but we've seen this before. It worked out all right last time. So that's what I can tell you, that's what I know, and now it's over to you guys. Are you excited for Prismatic Evolutions? How are your pre-orders looking right now? What have you heard from the stores from which you've pre-ordered? Let me know in the comment section. Get us! Be nice! And then make sure you like this video, subscribe to this channel, follow me on Twitter at the Wasi. That's where we talk about Pokemon and a whole bunch of other card games. And please do consider checking out patreon.com/PTCG Radio, where you can support the channel, get some bonus podcasts and all kinds of fun things. And get shout-outs on the channel like the lovely It's a Coaster, who's been a supporter of ours for a while now and is a very lovely person. So shout-out to them for the support and the loveliness. But by far the most important thing, as always, look after yourselves till next time, would ya? Thank you very much for watching. My name's Ross, and you've been watching PTCG Radio.